Welcome everyone to an extra helping of magic. Thank you so much for being here. My name is James Allen and I will be your host for what is now our 4th annual fundraiser put on by the members of the Sid Lorraine Hat and Rabbit Club. Thank you so much for being here wherever in the world you are watching. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It doesn't matter. We are delighted that you are here. We have over a dozen magicians, members of the club, who have come together to share magic with you in support of an amazing cause. And this year we are raising money for the North York General Hospital Foundation. This year, these donations will go with a special emphasis on supporting mental health areas of the hospital, and we're looking forward to beating our goal of $4,000, and I understand that we are well on the way. Now, this is the 4th year that we are doing one of these. Of course, we started in 2020 because of, well, you know why. But as we continue to do this and life gets more and more normal, we're able to get more and more adventurous. So in addition to the magicians who are joining us performing from home, we have another group of magicians who will be performing live at the Ace of Spades Comedy Lounge in downtown Toronto. So throughout the broadcast, we're going to be checking in on them and their show, hosted by our current president, David Peck, to see the kind of magic that they are up to. And I understand that things are already on the way, so we're going to go there shortly. And as we're doing that, I'm going to keep saying this over and over and over again throughout the night. But if you have a moment, in the box below this video, there is a button to donate, or you can go to ibmring17.com/show if you're watching this on YouTube. And you can make a donation directly to the North York General Hospital Foundation, and all of your donations will go directly there, and you'll receive a tax receipt for your contribution. And any and all amounts will help. So if at any point during the evening you feel motivated to donate, that is tremendously appreciated. And if you would like, we are still early on in the evening, so if you want to share this link with friends and family, they can still join us, and we have a lot of great magic to share, so the more people, the merrier. But I understand that we can go now to the Ace of Spades Lounge, where David Sutherland is performing. So, enjoy.
Thank you, everyone. I was in a bit of a rush before I got here. I didn't actually, even though we have some great food, I didn't have time to eat. So I hope you don't mind if I have my dinner right now. I'm on a new diet, but it's working out great. No, it's not Ozempic. Some people don't know what that is.
It works.
It is. It does work. The Tic Tac diet. I have 1 Tic Tac for breakfast, 1 for lunch, and 1 for dinner. It's fantastic. My breath is minty fresh, and every once in a while, I'll just pass out. Now, I can see you're wondering, you're saying, David, don't you need a little something more than Tic Tac? And you're right. Which is why, in addition to the Tic Tacs, I also have That is not a rubber bottle. And I feel so much better now. You'll recognize that line from Ricky Jay and his 52 Assistants. A long time ago, centuries ago, if you did magic, you were burned at the stake after being tied to it with rope. Exactly like this. See, in the Middle Ages, people actually believed that there were 2 different types of magic. One for entertainment and one for nefarious. It's a good word. Purposes. And if you were even suspected of practicing the wrong kind, your life was literally on the line. Let me hold that for a second. Just make sure there's no glue, tape, or magnets holding it together. So many magicians were killed in the Middle Ages that eventually a book was written in 1584. It was called The Discovery of Witchcraft. It exposed magic essentially to save lives and to say that magicians really didn't have supernatural powers. Now, I'd like to show you something from that book, but I need to borrow some rope. Give her a round of applause, a bit of encouragement. Very good. You didn't know you were going to be part of the show, did you? Nice to meet you. I'm David. You are? Alexis, that's right. Alexis, please take the scissors. I'll trade you the rope for the scissors, and we'll try this one more time. This is an actual sequence of events from that book. Alexis, I'd like you to remember your name so far, so I've been 30 seconds. I'd like you to take the scissors and just cut right through there. That's excellent. It's important that we have 2 ropes that are even up here, and there's just a little, and would you mind just cutting a little bit off? It's important the ropes are exactly even. That's perfect. So we have 2 even up here, and there's a little end down there. Sorry, could you just cut that little bit off? It's a great trick. Even up here, and it's getting worse. I'll tell you what, Alexis, you know, there's lights, there's a camera, I'm talking. Let's just start over at the beginning. I'll start over. Now, what we're going to try now is, I'd like you to take the scissors and actually you can just poke them, point down into my jacket there. That's a safe place for them. Excellent. And I'd like you to just take these 2 ends and tie them into any kind of a knot you like. Square knot, round knot, we have a brownie or fudge or anything. And well, clearly this is the work of the devil. Alexis has removed the ends and left us with one continuous circle of rope. So we have a problem, but that's okay because Alexis, you please take the scissors and just cut the rope right about, let me just say right about there. Excellent. Now we have 2 ends. And you know what? I bet you don't even need these scissors, because if you can remove the ends of a rope, which you just did, right? That was you that removed them, not me, it was you. I had nothing to do with it. Alexis removed the ends of the rope. You can tie this into a knot here. I bet you can just create a pair of scissors with your bare hands. Just go like this. That's excellent. A little bit higher. Yeah, that's good. And just cut the rope right there. Excellent. I don't want to shake your hand now. But if you can cut, if Alexis can cut, then that means she can heal. Take your left hand and go like this. Right here. Yeah, right here is good. Hold your hand up and say heal.
Heal.
Now make a fist. And watch. Hang on tight. Because watch as Alexis restores that rope. And look, it slides the knot completely off the rope and throws it into an audience who is now stunned. And now, since you've removed the ends, you've cut the rope with your bare hands, you've healed the rope, we're going to give you the acid test. Don't get too excited. It just means it's the most difficult. There's actually acid before 9 o'clock. Just cut the rope right here, please. Oh, whoa, what's it? Oh, good. And then right there. Excellent, perfect. And then just, you're even. You're a pro. So we have 1, 2, 3 pieces of rope the same length. I'll take the scissors. Excellent, thank you. Good form, good form. And just cup your hands like this. Like this. And just, your last supernatural feat, just like this. I want you to reach into your very soul and dig up every last ounce of supernatural ability, and in some mystical and fantastic way, physically alter those 3 pieces of rope. You done? That's it? Okay. And before we burn up the stage, give Alexis a round of applause. Thank you very much. So who's responsible for the success of an illusion? Is it the magician or is it the audience? Well, if you ask me, it's a 2-way street. Magicians practice in front of mirrors to create a picture that looks impossible. And although we see everything you see, unfortunately our experience isn't the same, because it's your imagination that completes the picture we're trying to create. But if you're all with me, you all with me?
Yes.
I'll show you the fronts of my hands, and I'll show you the backs. But if you're all with me and you stretch your imagination, woo. You'll see 1, you'll see 2, and you'll see 3 pieces of rope the same length. Now, what's real and what's illusion? Well, if I take the 3 pieces of rope and put them back together like this, not only is this unimpressive, it's painfully real. But if I take 1 knot and simply say, go away. It goes. The second not even easier because all I do is take it off, throw it away. I'm left with a rope and you're left with an ancient trick. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. In Magic, we always have a problem with too many Davids. It gets confusing. But while they are busy opening that bottle, let me tell you about why we are here. We are raising money for the North York General Hospital Foundation, and if you follow the link below this video at ibmring17.com/show, it will take you directly there where all of your donations will go directly to the hospital. In recent years, donor support has allowed the North York General Hospital to provide critical upgrades to the Child and Adolescent Mental Health Inpatient Unit, the Charlotte and Louis Steinberg Emergency Unit, the Steinberg Family Pediatric Center, and Phillips House and Maddie's Healing Garden to support the healing journey for child and adolescent mental health patients. The goal is to provide a safe, warm, and supportive space to these patients as they continue their healing journey into adulthood and for the increasing number of adults in the community seeking treatment. Currently, these fundraising efforts are part of a $1.4 million drive for upgrades to the adult mental health areas. Donations go to help support essential safety and other upgrades to the pediatric intensive and acute care spaces. It will also help to add 3 new inpatient beds to help more patients amidst the growing demand for mental health care. Additionally, the hospital will be replacing all the current mental health inpatient beds, which are beyond their lifespan. Every patient wants to feel comfortable, secure, and well looked after during their stay. A hospital bed is a safe space for patients and a critical component of care, a home away from home, and a source of comfort during a time that can be filled with anxiety. With your support, they can provide their mental health patients with a safer, modernized, and more supportive hospital experience. So please take a moment and visit ibmring17.com/show and find that link to donate. Every amount helps, and you will receive a tax receipt for your donation. And with all of that said, and you can see why we are so excited to be here, let's return to the Ace of Spades Comedy Lounge, where we have the co-founder of the Toronto Magic Company, Ben Train, who is now performing.
Exciting. We're here not just for a magic show, but also for a great cause. We are here to raise money for the North York General Hospital. We're here for mental health initiatives, a cause near and dear to many of our hearts. And I figured because we were here dealing with mental health initiatives, I would do something involving the brain, involving the mind. Specifically, I thought tonight I would read somebody's mind. So, is there anybody here with a mind? No, okay, maybe hi! Yeah, what's your name?
Kate.
Kate! Kate, it's nice to meet you. Kate, you haven't helped yet in the show, is that right?
That is correct.
And you're sitting right up at the front, is that right?
Not by choice.
Not by choice! Well then, Kate, you are going to be perfect for this. Would you join us up here? Is that okay? Can we give Kate a big round of applause?
That's great.
Oh, stand there wherever it makes you happy. Kate, it's a pleasure to meet you. Let me ask you a question. Are you a book reader?
Yes.
You are? Okay, great. I brought some with me. For those of you that aren't book readers, these are books. Now, you know, this is The 100-Year-Old Man. It's an adventure story. I think they just made this into a movie. Anybody here read this or see the movie? No, okay. And this one is Dean Koontz's Frankenstein. It is a brilliant reworking of a classic story, a terrifying tale. What are you in the mood for tonight? Adventure or horror?
I'll go with horror.
Good choice. Kate, can you do me a favor? Can you flip through the book? Make sure that it is a real book. There are lots of pages, lots of words, no photos, no drawing. You're a speed reader. That was incredible. Does it look like a real book?
It certainly does.
Yeah, do you know why? Because it's a real book. Exactly. Kate, we're going to use this for an experiment. I'm going to hold the book like this, with just 2 fingers, and in a moment, I'm going to riffle through the pages. That's the technical term. They riffle through the pages. And Kate, whenever you want, you say stop. But this is very important. Your job is to keep me honest and fair. So Kate, if you say stop like right here, but I keep going, and I stop where I want and not where you want, then Kate, you can hit me. And we'll start again. Oh my God, you guys are a violent crowd. I don't know what you're doing. You can't see right now, but she's flexing her fingers. Don't actually hit me, Kate. Okay, if you don't like where we stop, don't hit me. There's children here. They're impressionable. And I bruise like a peach. If you do not like where we stop, or if you don't like the word we stop on, you tell me and we'll do it again. Is that fair?
That's okay.
Perfect. Kate, would you say stop somewhere?
Stop.
Can you remember the very first word that's in the page? Not the word chapter or anything, but the actual first word?
Yeah.
Do you like that, or do you want me to do it again?
I'm good with that.
Perfect. Would you hold that book? And Kate, I want you to think about that word in your head. In fact, I want you to say it over and over in your head, not aloud, but say it over and over in your head. And don't move your lips, just in case I can read lips. Kate, let me ask you a question. Right now you're thinking of a word, you're saying it over and over in your head. Are you hearing a voice in your head right now? Kind of. That's normal. She's supposed to be, that's important. Kate, when you read, even silently to yourself, you hear a voice in your head. No, it's true. You do. I'm telling you people, it's true. And so I thought tonight, if you were hearing a voice in your head, kind of, then maybe if I listened closely, I could hear it too. So Kate, I want you to look over there, and I want you to think of that word. Don't say it out loud, but keep saying it to yourself over. Oh, look at that power pose. Okay, this is good. Okay, you're doing good. I'm gonna write down the word I think it is. There's mirrors, I'm trying not to show you. Kate, you looked at one word in the book, yeah? And you didn't tell anybody what it was?
No.
You didn't write it down before the show or anything? And I asked you if you wanted to change your mind. Did you change your mind?
No.
Then this is the moment of truth. Kate, in a very loud voice, so everybody can hear, what word are you thinking of?
Like.
Come on. I got it, Glenn! You didn't want to clap. You didn't know if Hold on, there's a problem. Kate, can I tell you what it is?
Absolutely.
This is a small word. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 letters. And later tonight, some of these people are going to go home. Okay? This guy's here, David, he's going to go home, he's going to say, I know how he did that. By the way, that's what you sound in my head, David, just so you know. He's going to say, I know. Maybe he thinks I just got lucky. Maybe it was a fluke. And I don't want you to think that, David. I don't want anybody to think that. So, Kate, if it's okay with you, can we do this again?
Absolutely.
Oh, I like it. Do you want to use that book, or do you want to switch?
I'll switch.
I knew you'd be difficult. Kate, you can switch! Take that book, that's perfect. And Kate, can I get you to stand a little bit further away, but do not fall off the stage. I'll stand over here. And Kate, I want you to open that book wherever you want. I will look away. Kate, open the book, stop on a page, and I'm going to ask you a question. Are there lots of words on that page?
Yes.
It doesn't just say like the same word over and over, right? Okay, think of any word that you can see. But don't make it an easy one. Don't make it like and or the or something too easy. Make it something hard. Make it something big. Make it something challenging, and you can change your mind as many times as you'd like. But when you have a word, close the book and say finished.
Finished.
Wow. Kate, let me ask you a question. Is this something big and difficult?
It's a longer word, yeah.
Okay. Then we're going to work our way up. Kate, think of just the very first letter. Okay? And you strike me as someone who's a little bit creative. Think of the first letter and imagine an animal that starts with the first letter of your word. So if your word started with like an L, maybe you think of a lion or a leopard. That's all the L's I can. Do you have an animal in your head?
Yeah.
Okay, don't say it out loud, but I want you to imagine that the animal is standing right here in front of me. Can you see the animal?
Yeah.
That means you're crazy. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm going to try to see exactly what you're seeing. And I'm going to try to draw it right now. Now, Kate, earlier today, you didn't know you'd be coming up on stage to think of this animal, did you?
No.
So there's no way I could know what animal you'd be thinking of. True.
Correct.
And yet here we are. Moment of truth. Kate, in a very loud voice so everybody can hear, what animal are you thinking of?
An anteater.
An anteater? Ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what I drew! What? The old people are impressed. That's good. That's good. This is, just so you know, this is what anteaters look like in the wild. For those of you who don't. This is a joke, by the way, and it would have been a lot funnier if you people were drinking. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Actually, I can see some of you are drinking, and you're like, still not that funny. This is a joke. The real challenge is the word. Do you remember it?
Yes.
Even after all this fun?
Yes.
Okay. Kate, I want you to think about that word in your head. Do not say it out loud, but over and over in your head, say it to yourself. Scream it in your head. Don't move your lips. You're tough.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I chose you, so it's okay. I'm going to write down, and I just misspelled this, I promise I am literate. Do it like this. Kate! I'm committed. Or I should be. You open the book wherever you wanted. You saw lots of different words, yeah? Did you see a word and then change your mind?
No.
But there were lots of words and you could have.
That's how books work.
That is true. You didn't tell anybody. Nobody told you what to say. Then this is the moment of truth. Kate, in a very loud voice so everybody can hear, what word are you thinking of?
Anniversary.
Don't laugh at me. Let me try that again. Kate, what was the word that you saw you're thinking of from the book?
Anniversary.
Anniversary?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's exactly what I got. Can we give Kate a huge round of applause? Kate, I will take the book. This round of applause is for you. Incredible Kate, everybody. So good. And Kate, because you did such a fabulous job, this picture of an anteater is for you. Yeah. And Kate, if you take that home and you put that under your pillow, tomorrow morning it will change into a handsome prince. I'll be there about 9-ish unless there's traffic. Guys, my name is Ben Train. Thank you so much for letting me play.
And welcome back. Thank you, Ben. Ben, his cat, Margaret, and his life partner, Jonah, together run the Toronto Magic Company, which this year has put on some amazing productions, including regular performances of Hocus Jocus at Yuck Yucks in downtown Toronto, The Art of Magic at the Super Wonder Gallery, and The Wow Show at Joker's in Richmond Hill, and they crossed Canada with Ben and Jonah's Magic Road Trip, which I'm sure was a great deal of fun. Now we turn to one of our long-standing members who is joining us performing from home, and with some amazing card magic to share, we will send you over to Mark Wicken.
Greetings and thank you for joining us. We all know there are words in the English language that can be very, very confusing. We drive our car in the parkway, yet we park our car in the driveway. Think of the word read. I read a book, I read a book. Same spelling, two entirely different meanings. To help illustrate this, I have 4 cards. First card is a hole card. We'll call it a hole card because it has a hole in it. Now the second card is a hole card, and we call it a hole card because it doesn't have a hole in it. It is a hole card. Third card is like the second card, and the fourth card is like the first card. So this will be a discussion of 2 hole cards and 2 hole cards. Now lucky for us, the hole card has a colored back. So if I place the hole card behind the hole card, it creates the illusion of a spot card. Same as with the other pair. It looks like a spot card, but because we've been paying attention, we know it's nothing more than a hole card and a hole card put together. So if I create the illusion of a spot card again, and I snap my fingers, the spot card becomes a real spot card and the spot does not rub off. So that leaves us with 2 hole cards and 2 hole cards. So this time I will create the illusion of a spot card again, and I'll take the hole card and I'll tap it up against the spot card a whole bunch of times. And you know what we get? We get a whole bunch of spots. So now I have a whole bunch of spots and I have a spot card. That leaves us with a hole card and a hole card. This time I won't use the whole hole card, I use the corner of the hole card to create the illusion of a spot card. Then I'll take the hole card away from what was a spot card. Of course, it's now a hole card, and the hole card now becomes a spot card. But as you can see, the spot is so big, it covers the whole card. So now I have a spot that covers the whole card, I have a whole bunch of spots, and I have a spot card. That leaves us with 1 card, and this is the toughest one of them all. Is this a hole card that is whole, a hole card that has a hole, or a hole card that has a spot? If I tap it a whole bunch of times, it becomes a spot card with a hole. So now I have a spot card with a hole, a spot that covers the whole card, and a whole bunch of spots. Now, the reason this may be a little confusing is because while most of you are spending your time watching the spots, probably very few are ever watching the hole. And that's my whole story. Now, sometimes words are not enough. And when words fail, often music and magic speak. Allow me to show you.
Thank you very much for that, Mark. And as I mentioned, this year we are doing a special hybrid performance. We have a number of members waiting in the wings at the Ace of Spades Comedy Lounge, and I understand that our current president, David Peck, is already on stage, so let's go take a look there.
So thank you for coming again. I'm going to chat a little bit more about this a little later on. You know, magic is nothing more than a lesson in observation. Double bubble. I think the lesson really here is, folks, look closer. Just going to sprinkle that up into a small little ball. Here we go. Oh. That's dangerous. Would anyone like a piece of gum? Yeah. We got one taker in the back row over there. That's excellent. A lesson in observation for me. Magic really has been a lesson in looking just a little bit closer. Our first act here tonight, we have a eclectic and friendly group of magicians working this stage here tonight. I'm thrilled to be here before. Thanks to Dave Curran, actually, and to all of those here hosting us at the Ace of Spades last year. It really is a pleasure to be here. But our first act, well, just before I bring in our first act, I want to tell you show you one more thing, real quick, lesson in observation. But our first act is it happens about that fast.
And we are back. Thank you so much to everybody who is watching us at home, wherever you are in the world. Just to remind you that tonight, this performance is raising money for the North York General Hospital Foundation. So if you have not done so already, please take a moment, visit the link on the button down below this video at ibmring17.com/show and consider making a donation in any amount that you choose. Very shortly, we're going to return live to the Ace of Spades, where we have a wonderful magician and also a former member of our board. We're going to send you over to Katarina Gligorijevic. God, I hope I got that right.
I wasn't sure what to perform tonight, so I brought a variety of options. And I'm going to ask for a volunteer from the audience to help me choose what we're going to perform tonight. So I'm going to just take a little look around and see who feels like the person who's going to be the most intuitive and the most able to choose really the right thing for this evening. You've already been up, I don't know.
I'm greedy, I'm sorry.
How about you? All right. Stand over here. Okay. Mark, welcome to the stage. I have 7. We're going to do this part really quick because we're just choosing what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 props with 7 potential routines. There's a book, Fahrenheit 451, a classic. There's a drawing mannequin guy or girl. There's a pair of scissors, a Halloween prop hand, a Rubik's Cube, a pack of cards, and a pen. Please arrange these 7 objects in a line, in any order that you wish. Yes. Okay, you're happy with that order? Amazing. We're gonna number the objects. So do you want to start from the hand, the severed hand, or the paperback? Okay, so paperback is 1, cards are 2, scissors are 3, mannequin is 4, Rubik's Cube is 5, pen is 6, severed hand is 7. First choice of the night. Would you like odds or evens? Evens. All right. You have chosen evens. So I'm going to take the evens and leave you with these 4 objects, which I would like you to rearrange into a different order. Okay, now, we're left with a severed hand, scissors, paperback, Rubik's Cube. Extend your, are you left-handed or right-handed? Me too. Extend your left hand, and now extend your magic finger. Fantastic. Touch any of these 4 objects with your magic finger. Okay, and now with your right hand, extend any finger, does not have to be magical. Touch any other object. All right. Thank you very much. We are left with a Rubik's Cube and a pair of scissors. They're different from each other. They represent 2 paths that we might take this evening. Think about it, weigh them in your hands, and hand me one of the objects. All right. Well, you chose to keep the scissors, which is interesting, and I think will lead us down a really nice path tonight. So the scissors are actually a prop for a trick about formidable women. So, what I have here is just a bag with some 2 cards that have the names of women, present day, historical, all different kinds. There's, I can see Taylor Swift, I can see Madonna, I can see, I think there's, let's see here, Roberta Bondar, Nina Simone, Amelia Earhart. So there's a wide variety of, you know, present day celebrities, historical figures, important notable women a long time. Now, a really important notable woman in my life was my mother. She passed away a few years ago, and she had many amazing qualities, but one of the things that I was always the most sort of envious of was her ability to read people. She was so intuitive. We had sort of a joke in our family that she might actually be psychic. We didn't really believe in that. She didn't really believe that she had psychic powers, but she could tell if a couple was gonna break up or if a new couple was gonna get together. Like she knew everything that was going on with a person the moment that she met them. And I always was jealous of that because I did not at all inherit that quality myself. I'm sort of slower to figure people out and slower to intuit things about them. But I've been working on a technique to sort of tap into that intuition. And I think I'm gonna try to use it tonight to guess the name that you're gonna pick out of this bag. So the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna open the bag. You're going to close your eyes and reach in, choose one. I will look away so that I can't tell who you're gonna choose. And then when you've got one piece of paper, let me know, I'll put the bag away. You got it? Okay, take a look at it. Okay, very important question. Is it someone you've heard of? Do you know who this famous woman is? Okay. And do you know what this famous woman looks like? Can you picture her face? Okay, that's great. That's helpful because I'm gonna ask you to picture her face. So here's what I've been working on. In order to build up my intuitive powers, we're gonna use these scissors, we're gonna use a piece of paper. Basically, what helps me is to keep my hands busy. If I can keep my hands busy with some kind of like arts and crafts, essentially, then I can kind of figure out what a person might be thinking about. So keep picturing the face. I'm gonna move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing, but keep picturing the face and I'm gonna start sort of figuring out who you might be thinking of. Now, what I'm seeing a little bit is like a younger woman, a younger face. I don't know if that means that the person you're thinking of is young now, or you're just thinking of them when they were young at some point in the past. but I'm seeing, that's interesting. Actually, I'm seeing a younger face, but I'm not really seeing like an older version. So maybe this is someone who is no longer with us, who maybe died when they were younger. Interesting, okay. What I'm also seeing here is it's kind of like a very feminine aura. Like this isn't someone who was like famous for wearing pants when women could only wear dresses. Like this is like a very girly girl, I'm thinking. Someone who was sort of known for their femininity or known for their beauty. Okay, let's see. I hope someone's got a broom. I'm very sorry about this. We're gonna get there. I'm seeing also, yeah, I mean, you know, feminine is maybe not a strong enough word. I'm seeing kind of like a bombshell maybe. This is like someone who's really known for being kind of a real example of what we think of as sort of conventionally beautiful. Okay. If my mom was up here, she would have already told you the name. But I have to go through a whole elaborate rigmarole so that I can kind of figure out. Wait, we're almost there. This is kind of a delicate one. Okay. All right, I think I got it. I think I figured it out. So I'm gonna unfold my piece of paper here, and you tell me, for the first time, who, well, let me just make sure I don't rip it, whose face have you been picturing this whole time? This is a hard one. All right. Tell the audience who you've been thinking of. We'll see if I was right. Who was it?
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody.
And welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us as we try and share as much magic as possible with you tonight. As I mentioned before, this is the 4th year we have been doing this fundraiser. We have raised money in the past for the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation, the Daily Bread Food Bank in Toronto, and this money we are raising money for the North York General Hospital with a special emphasis on support services for mental health and inpatient care. And with that in mind, we are going to return now to the Ace of Spades Lounge, where we have one of our favorite members performing. Now, by day, he is not a professional magician. He does play one at night, but by day, he is a high school guidance counselor. So in addition to the magic you're going to see, you can also reach out to him afterwards, and he will help you decide whether you should prefer card tricks, coin tricks, or mentalism as you make your way through magic, and give you all of the advice you need there. But let's head over to the Ace of Spades Lounge and fish the magician, Rob Fishbaum.
So glad to be here for a cause that is near and dear to me, because my father suffered with some mental health issues, and he suffered alone. And now we're getting rid of that stigma so people can speak up, and we're doing wonderful work. As a matter of fact, I think I was part of the reason for my father's mental health issues. But I too suffered from mental health. In fact, I was addicted to the hokey pokey. But I turned myself around. That's what it's all about. Yes. Now, a little while ago, Kate, you were on stage and you were wonderful, so I think you deserve a prize. Kate, what is your favorite color?
Purple.
Okay, I have a blue balloon. All right, I'll try this. Hang on. Let's see see here. And let's blow this up. Hang on, we'll give this a little go. Now, Kate, I'm going to make something very magical for you. And hang on, I once tried to blow these things up by mouth. I passed out. So I learned my lesson. In fact, if I learned my lesson, you think I would have had one loaded on the thing before I got up here. Okay, someone, right, who's taking notes? Ben, take notes. Okay, here we go. And whoa, there it is. Okay, now, to you an annoying sound, but to another balloon, very sexy. Okay, here. Now, Kate, can you hold that for me, please? Oh, my, oh, jeez. Okay, Kate, we'll give it another try. Kate, what is your favorite color?
Oh, still.
Kate, I have a blue balloon in the bag. Okay, she's not catching up. Anything else in the bag, Kate? An empty bag. Okay, we'll give this another try. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. So, Kate, I'm going to make you a magic mouse. But he's not just any mouse. He can do tricks. He is a magic mouse, and we're going to call him Pierre. Because that's all he really does. Pierre. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Wow, okay, here we go. So here is Pierre. We're going to start with his head. And you can see he's got a head and a body. Isn't he cute? Okay, no legs. Where do you find a mouse without any legs? Wherever you put them. Okay, we'll go like this. Thank you. Oh, thank you over there. I appreciate that. Here we go. There are his front legs. We're going to make some hind legs for him. And here we go. Ah, there he is, Pierre. Yes. Okay, Pierre, sit. Ah. Pierre, roll over. Pierre, play dead. I feel awful. Hang on a minute. I know mouth-to-mouse resuscitation. We'll give it a try. Here we go. Oh. And there he is! Yes! Give him a walk around the park. Yes! There we go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I also brought a friend of mine with me today. His name is Timmy Toilet Paper. There we go. Timmy, I'm going to tear you into 100 pieces and flush you down the toilet. How do you feel about that? Oh, he doesn't like that at all. Okay, now this is a math trick. I'm going to need some help. A few things about me. I was adopted, and my mother always said, out of all the children, we chose you. And that made me feel very special. And then as I got older, I brought report cards home. And my father said, yep, he's special, all right. In grade 6, I got an F in math, but I tried to be positive. I said, Dad, look, I got a B in English. He said, you idiot, that's a D. Anywho, we go here. So, math was not my best subject, so here we go. I need your help. We're going to take 8 squares off of Timmy. Now, where's, there, you, sir. Do you have any math books at home?
Me?
Yeah. Okay, when you get home, I want you to give them a big hug, okay? Because they have so many problems. Okay, here we go. All right. Whoa, thank you. 8 squares off of Timmy. Now I'm going to need your help. This is where the help comes in, because I'm going to rip this right down the middle, just like so. And that gives me 8 times 2. What would that be? 8 times 16. Thank you, young man. Okay, I appreciate that. Now we rip it even more so, like this. There we go. Now we go from 16 times 2 to, what would that be?
16 times 2?
Yeah.
32.
32! Yeah, I was going to say lots of pieces of tissue. All right, now I'm going to need everyone's help, because in a moment, this is going into my mouth. I won't be able to speak. So I'm going to need you all to say the magic words. Hocus pocus, fishbones choke us. Okay, here we go. So, on 3. I need that magic wand. So here. 1, 2, 3.
Hocus pocus,
fishbones
choke us.
Yeah.
Oh, 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 what was in that burger? Oh my God. Now,
Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Rob. And before we turn to our next performer, who is joining us from home, I do want to give a very quick shout out to our magic resident video elf, Chris Mayhew, who is in charge of the video feed coming from the Ace of Spades Lounge. So thank you, Chris, and I hope all of your batteries last through the evening. But now we turn to another member performing from home with something with a bit of a gambling theme. So please turn your attention now with me to Farley Carter.
Hi, and welcome to my part of the show. I'm not going to do any magic tonight. Instead, I'm going to tell you a story that takes place about 50 years ago. My Uncle Bob at the time was teaching me magic. The late, the great Robert Axel. But he always tried to impress on me, never use your magic to cheat people out of money. And I stuck to that, except for once. This is the story of that time. You see, when I was in university 50 years ago, I was working in a mining camp in Northern Ontario. And in that mining camp, there was not much to do except for, well, drink, eat, work, and gamble. Well, I preferred not to gamble. I preferred to just go to eat, go back to my room, maybe stop and have a beer with dinner or after dinner, but just one, and go back to my room and practice this new skill I had of magic. The skill that my uncle had spent a lot of time teaching me. One night I met a gentleman, and Dave and I had a beer together. And he said, look, why don't you come and play cards with us? We're going to have a little game of poker. Friendly game. And I said, you know, I spend most of my time alone. So yeah, I will. So I went with him, and there were two other gentlemen involved in our game. And we had fun time. I was winning and losing, but overall, I hate to say it, but I was losing. And I wanted to win, and I knew I had the skill to win, but did I have the desire to cheat people out of money? And it was then that I noticed that Warren over here, he was cheating. But when he was cheating, one of these two would win, Steve or Dave, but not me. Then I noticed Steve, and Warren or Dave would win when he was doing. Dave, Warren, and Steve would win. I caught on. 3 people playing against the newbie. So I decided, well, all's fair in love of war. They're going to try and cheat me. I'm going to try and cheat them. So when I dealt the hand, well, I dealt them all flushes. Now, a flush, as most of you know, is 5 cards of the same suit in no particular order. Well, the next highest hand to a flush is 4 of a kind. And I dealt myself I dealt myself 4 of a kind. 4. Oh, sorry, 3 aces. I needed 4 to beat their flushes. But not to worry, you see, because I had an ace up my sleeve. So I added the ace up my sleeve to the hand and figured, well, I can get rid of the 6 of hearts. I don't know. I'll get rid of it while we're betting. So I folded up my hand, set it down on the table, and we all started betting. Now they were betting on their flushes, and they thought for sure that, it's not often you get something higher than a flush in a hand with a flush. So they had a pretty good chance of winning. And I made a few small bets, just keeping up. But then, finally, once they were all sort of hooked into this, I put out all my chips. I was going all in. Now, at that time, I had lost half the money I came with, which was about 1 week's wages. Well, they all called me. They all jumped on it, and they thought, wow, one of us is going to really win. And that one was going to be me, because I had the 4 kind, and they had the flushes. And I tried very calmly to keep a poker face. I did not want to give away the value of my hand. Well, wouldn't you know it, when they showed their flushes, that I was watching and just having a grand time, thinking about how disappointed they're going to be when they saw my, hold it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a straight flush. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a straight flush. 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen. I had dealt 3 straight flushes, not 3 flushes. Now, there's only 2 things that beat 4 of a kind, and that's a straight flush and a royal flush. What was I going to do? In my confusion, I actually forgot to even get rid of the 6th card. This was not going the way I planned it. And I thought, well, what would my uncle do in this case? And what my uncle would do is he would take his hand and he would just pass it over the cards, just like that, in a magic gesture. And then so I had a royal flush. And that's when those gentlemen learned never to cheat a cheater who can cheat better than you can cheat, especially when you're trying to cheat a cheater.
Thank you very much, Farley. And as we continue through the evening, I hope that you're all very comfortable at home, enjoying the magic with friends and family, wherever in the world you are watching from. Tonight we are raising money for the North York General Hospital Foundation. So if you have a moment, please visit the link down below this video and consider making a donation. And it is also eligible for Canadian tax receipt. And now we return to the Ace of Spades Lounge in downtown Toronto, where we have a former member of our board, an accomplished magician and mind reader, and esteemed author, Ian Crawford. Ian is the author of the brand new revitalized Hat and Rabbit Club Constitution. So if you are looking for some riveting light-time holiday reading as you take a break from work this holiday season towards New Year's, you can visit our website and you can read the fabulous and entertaining Hat and Rabbit Club Constitution prepared by Ian. But we are not here for reading, we are here for mind reading. So please, let's send it over to the Ace of Spades Lounge, where I believe Ian Crawford is now on the stage.
Wouldn't it be really cool if you really could read minds? I mean, think about it. Think of the things you would be able to do. Predict the lottery. Predict the outcome of tonight's hockey game. predict whether I should ask this girl that. Let's try a little prediction. I'm already sensing. Yep. I got it. Get it up. Nope. Okay. I got it. Try it. Okay. I got it. You, sir. What's your name? David. Everyone say hi, David.
Hi, David.
David, can you think of a number between 1 and 1,000? Would it be amazing if I could predict your number? Okay. Wait, it's coming. Okay. Yep, definitely. David? Was your number 775?
No.
Correctly predicted. Are the Leafs ever going to win the Stanley Cup? So, I lost a marker down here. Anyone got a spare Sharpie? I need 4. I only have 3. Oh, Colin, you're great. I need 4 male volunteers. 4 people who could come up. I'll make this even more interesting. Say you meet Steven Spielberg, and he is so impressed with you, he wants to do the story of your life. And you're allowed to have any Hollywood actor play you in the story of your life. So 4 male volunteers who can think of an actor they'd like to have play the story of your life, play you in the story of your life. So, Stephen, can I ask you? Yay, Stephen. You, sir. I know you're with Rotary. Come on up and represent Rotary. Come on up on stage. Stand here. And there, sir. And here. And your name? Howard. Stephen and Howard. 2 more. Would you mind coming up? Sure. Fantastic. Your name? Araf. Nice to meet you. Actually, you stand up. That's it. Very good. Fantastic. One more. Not yet. No, it's not going to work. You, sir, over there. Would you mind coming up? Would you mind? Yay! Come on up. Give him applause. If you could stand beside Stephen, that would be great. I'm just going to slide this kid over. So, gentlemen, I'm going to hand each of you a card. And I want you to write the name of the actor who's going to play you in the story of your life. Okay? Don't let me see them. Don't let the audience see them. I'll give you a pen, and you're going to have to write extra thick so I can't tell that it's... Okay, so I'm not going to look. I want you to really vision, like really feel the actor as you're writing. Write in big letters so everybody can see it. And when you're done, just say done. It could be a living or dead actor. Because, Hollywood now, you get dead people play. You guys done? Yep. Okay, I want everybody hand the boards to the person on the far left. Face down so that no one can see it. Keep it down forward. And then the person on the left, once you've got them all, can you just sort of mix them up so that they're in a random order? And then maybe hand all the pens down to me. 2, 3, 4. Thank you very much, Colin. Where's Colin? Disappeared. Okay. Okay. Now. Here's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to take those, and I'm going to match each of the actors with each of the people on stage, because you want to typecast, right? So the first actor is Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. So what are some famous Tom Hanks lines from movies? You want to just shout out a few?
Wilson!
Forrest, run! Sir, what? Run, Forrest, run! Or
Take me to the volcano.
Sorry?
Take me to the volcano.
Take. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, one of you is Tom Hanks. And I'm not sure. Okay, you know what I'm going to need you to do? Each of you, what's the bad? Wilson. We'll go with Wilson. Remember that scene when the volleyball's floating away from the raft and Tom Hanks is angst because his friend Wilson is floating away? Put yourself in the moment and call out Wilson, each of you, one at a time. Wilson. Yes.
Wilson!
Wilson! Impressive. Wilson! Oh my gosh, you're great actors. I'm going to go with you. Don't react if I give this to the right person. I just want you to keep a straight face. But I think you're Tom Hanks. Okay, let's go with another one. Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington. Whew. He's like, his range is amazing. What are some famous Denzel Washington lines? Yeah, that's my thought. I don't know. Anyone? Denzel Washington. What's he done? He's done so many. Well, he was that lawyer. All right, let's make up a line. A Denzel Washington line.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die. Might reflect my actual state. I knew somebody. Denzel Washington. Okay. You're gonna die. You're going to die.
You're gonna die.
That's good too. You're
Gonna die.
It's like to be or not to be.
You're gonna die.
Oh, it's got the voice. I'm thinking maybe you, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's go for the third one. George Clooney. Okay, what are some good George Clooney lines?
You're in or you're out right now.
You're in or you're out right now. That's from Ocean's 11. A famous scene. You're in or you're out right now.
You're in or you're out.
Right now.
Right now.
Let's see about the audition.
You're in or you're out right now. You're in, you're out right now.
You're in or you're out right now.
Oh, that's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Okay. I think I need to give it to Stephen. But wait, I'm thinking. No, that's not. The last one's obvious, right? It's obviously going to be you, if it is you. So we won't even look at it. Okay, if I've got this correct, I want you to take a seat. I've matched you correctly. Take a seat. Oh my God.
Oh.
I have to figure you out. Okay, some either-or questions. Steak or sushi?
Steak.
Dogs or cats?
Cats. No.
Sports cars or SUVs?
SUVs.
What's that? Boxers or briefs? There's somebody over there.
Boxers. For sure.
Okay. I'm thinking of an actor, but I don't really know the actor. Is it Ari? Somebody? Ari?
Yes.
Ari who?
It's not Farley. It's Riz. But it starts
Oh, well.
with
3 out of 4. Thank you. So, David, this is really bugging me. What was your number?
335.
Say it louder.
335.
Thank you, everybody.
This is the point of the show where it becomes a choose-your-own-adventure magic show. So you guys are going to sort of decide how this starts. Round of applause if you would like to see a card trick. Wow, okay. Where were all of you in middle school? And a round of applause if you'd like to learn to make your money multiply. I suddenly feel like the order that I did that was not fair. Now that you know the options, let's try one more time. Round of applause if you'd like to see a card trick. Those are the rich people, by the way. Okay, that's how you know. And a round of applause if you'd like to learn to make your money multiply. Yes! Okay, great. I guess the multiplying money wins. Here's how it works. If you want your money to multiply, you're going to put your hand inside of your pocket. You're going to dig around until you find yourself a $20 bill. When you find yourself a $20 bill, you're going to hold it up like this in the air, and that way I will know exactly whose money is going to multiply. I see some people rummaging over here. That's 100, sir. Oh, you got one. Who's got one? What's happening? You got a 20. And what's your name? Chantal. Chantal, if you come and join us up on the stage, I'm going to give you a huge round of applause. Chantal, everybody! Yes, welcome. You didn't think you'd come up on stage, did you? Well, we did it. Chantal, give me props. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing excellent. Chantal, let me ask a question. at the beginning, I said, do you want a card trick or do you want a money trick? Which did you want?
Well, money trick.
Money, okay. Good choice. Chantal, do you have like a pocket on you somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, can you take the card box and put it inside of that pocket? Perfect. Now, Chantal, I'm also going to give you this. This is a magic marker. Never mind. Take that and do me a favor and sign your name big on the Queen's face. She won't mind. She's dead. What, too soon? It's the monarch. What do you want from me? We're fine. It's okay. I'm going to take the marker back first from you so that nobody gets hurt. And Chantal, can you show everybody exactly what you did? You ruined money. No, I'm just kidding. You cover the Queen's eyes, which means she won't be able to see this, but Chantal, you are going to love it. If you follow along with me, every single thing will work. Hold the bill out like this. Fantastic. And fold it left to right. The left, what do you mean which left? There's only one left. Yeah. Very good. Give it a crease, and give it a crease. Fantastic. That is called the hamburger fold. Sponsored by the Ace of Spades Lounge. Now you're going to fold it down like this, top down. Very good. That's called the hot dog fold. You're doing great so far. By the way, this is the Canadian schooling system, if anyone's wondering how I learned the folding. Okay, now you're gonna go from left to right. This is like a smaller hamburger, like a slider. Yeah, you got it exactly right. And now, once you've done that, you're gonna fold top down, like one of those tiny hot dogs, the ones you get at fancy parties. Yeah? Okay, perfect. And when you're ready, just hold it out just like this. Fantastic. Now, first me, and then when I say go, it's your turn to go, okay? First me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, because that is a brand spanking new $100 bill. Ooh la 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 loo la lee la 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 la. Now hold on. Excuse me. What does this feel like? Mine! That's what it feels like. You guys. Okay, Chantal, now it's your turn. When you're ready, unfold that bill and show everybody what you did. That would have been sick though, right? Yeah. That would have been amazing. Chantal would have lost her mind. Can I see? Chantal, can I try? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Hamburger, hot dog, slider, fancy parties. Oh, Chantal, it's happening because that is a brand spanking new $5 bill! Come on! Yes! That's for you. Chantal, does it bother you that when I turned a 5 into 100, there was a smattering of applause? But when we turned your 20 into a 5, they lost their collective minds. Does that bother you?
That's funny.
Okay, well then, that's it. No, Chantal. Let me make sure I got this right. You gave me a 20. Okay, thank you. Now you can have a... No, I'm joking. Chantal, you gave me a 20, and I gave you back a 5. Which means I still owe you $15 worth of entertainment value. So Chantal, I'm gonna dance, and you just tell me how much this is worth. You can slip it in my waistband. Oh, thank you. No, Chantal, here's the truth. At the beginning, I said, do you want a card trick or do you want a money trick? You wanted a money trick? Yeah. I wanted a card trick. And remember at the beginning, I told you to take that box and put it in a pocket. Can you pull it out and hold it out just like this? Now you'll notice there's no more cards in it, but hold it straight up and give it a shake left and right. Louder. Into the mic. Yeah, louder shaking. I don't know what that means. Chantal, it sounds like there's something in there. I'm going to open it up and just take a peek inside and tell me, what do you see inside of there?
$20.
A $20 bill. Now, Chantal, it could be any $20 bill. Can you unfold it and tell them exactly what $20 bill that is?
Mine.
That's her $20 bill. Give Chantal a huge round of applause. Thank you so much for joining me. Amazing. Chantal, everybody.
Thank you, Jonah. Jonah is, along with Ben Train, who was on stage earlier, the other half of the Toronto Magic Company team here in Toronto. And you can visit their website at torontomagiccompany.com to see what exciting programming they have coming for us in the new year, including a show every month downtown at the Yuck Yucks Comedy Club on Richmond Street. And now we are going to return for another amazing display of magic and mind reading. How far did Anthony drive in to do this? This is like absolutely amazing. He could have done this virtually from home and been way more comfortable. But coming in to share some amazing magic with us, please let's turn to the Ace of Spades Lounge in Toronto and Anthony Lindan.
I like to start off with every audience with a little exercise from Psychology Today magazine because it will show you something about your inner self, which is kind of interesting. Could everyone please hold your hands like this? What I'd like you to do is interlock your fingers, take a look down and see which thumb is on top. Here's where the insight comes. If your right thumb is on top, that means you're a great lover. Thank you, sir. That's usually a private matter, but thank you over there, sir. Well, we already have one HR red flag. I appreciate it. If your left thumb is on top, that means you're a great thinker. A little bit of movement in the back corner over there. If your thumbs are side by side parallel, that means you think you're a great lover. Yeah. Actually, the thumbs test isn't from Psychology Today magazine. I just made that up. The article talked about the importance of kind of that ice-breaking and connecting with an audience and how humor can be a very powerful tool to cut through and increase engagement. So there you go. There's a little lesson. Now, we are close to the holiday season, and I thought I would share something with you. A little tip here. First of all, I just got this coat this morning. Do you like the jacket? Thank you. Thank you. I'm using this new service. It's a new startup service. It's called Clothesline.com. It's like Priceline, and they use a similar bidding model to Priceline.com. I'll show you how it works here. Gentleman with the hat. Is that? You don't have to come up, but sir, could you please give me? Oh, by the way, the bidding strategy is the silliest number. And we're going to try and replicate this. Sir, could you give me a number between 1 and 50? 27. I'm sorry? 27. 27. Okay. We're going to come to the other side. Sir, I appreciate the close body language. Thank you very much, sir. Could you please give me a number from 50 to 100?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Would you please share it with the audience?
3.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Your final answer was 3. What do you do for a living, sir? I'm just curious.
I'm not an actuary.
I was going to see if you had some signing authority. So let me double check here. Sir, you said 27. And sir, you improvised and said 3. I'd like you to imagine that this is actually a price. So for example, if I put a decimal point in and a dollar sign, wouldn't that be $27.30? Yes. You'll agree there's no way I could have known this in advance. Sir, you could have picked any number, and sir, you went rogue there. So $27.30. Hey, I'm just curious, did I mention I just got this jacket this morning? Does anybody know how to take these security tags off? Anybody know how to take security tags off? Hi, Kate. I'm not going to ask you to get up. Kate, the price tag is still on the jacket. Could you do me a favor? Could you shout out loud the price of the jacket?
It is $27.03.
27.3. Wow. I call that a steal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One of the questions I'm frequently asked as a full-time magician, do you have any funny stories? Bizarre things that have happened to you in your career? And I'd like to share with you the most bizarre experience that I've ever had. We're going to use some imagination. Could everyone imagine we're no longer here at the Ace of Spades? Instead, we are in Activity Room 327, a concrete bunker at Millhaven Maximum Security Penitentiary in Kingston, Ontario. No windows, no soft chairs. It was not nice. Activity Room 327, Millhaven Maximum Security Penitentiary. What's the story? I'm in my second year of political science at Queen's University. The phone rings. Gentleman says, I am chair of the Inmate Social Committee. Will you come and do a magic show for the children of the inmates? I asked the most important question. Does it pay? Yes? I'll be there! And I'd like to share this experience with you. I had to have a police check, fingerprinted, the x-rayed my equipment. It was a lot of fun. And I'd like to show you the trick that I closed that particular show with. And it involved the assistance of a young girl And I'm thinking, man in the blue, could you come up and help me?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you for coming up.
I think you need new glasses.
Watch that step. It's a liability. Hi. Oh, hang on just a second. Before we do anything, I want to draw your attention to this envelope. Could you just hold on to the envelope? You've been great, but thank you very much. So I'm going to try and recreate the big finale from that fateful day in December of 1985. It was cold outside. It was cold in Activity Room 327, and I brought a little girl up to help me on stage. By the way, what's your name?
Heather.
No, wait, did you just say Heather?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's incredible. That was the name of the little girl that came up and helped me all of those years ago. Heather. That's unbelievable. Were you in Kingston anywhere? And Heather, I did a card trick. Now Heather, you are the eyes and the ears for the audience. I do get my cards at Costco. I mean, those are pretty good selection of cards. Excellent. Just like that fateful day back in 1985. Heather, I asked Heather to make some decisions. Notice how I cut the deck in about half. I held one higher and one lower, and I asked Heather, could you please point to a pile to eliminate? No, wait, did you just point to the lower pile?
Yeah.
Folks, that's unbelievable. That's exactly the same pile Heather pointed to all those years ago. This is freaking me out, Heather. I did it again, higher or lower. Could you point to a pile to eliminate? This is, wow, that's exactly what Heather did all those years ago. She pointed to the higher pile. And then I spread out the remaining cards, and I asked Heather to hold up her hand and extend a finger. That's bizarre, that's the exact same finger Heather picked all those years ago. And then I asked Heather, could you please touch one of the cards? No, leave your finger on the card though. Folks, you're not going to believe this. That's exactly the same card Heather picked all those years ago. Now, Heather, leave your finger there. I don't want people thinking like I'm doing something sneaky, sleight of hand. Your fingertip has not left contact with the card. That is your card. Could you just hold it for a second? Heather could have picked cards like the 10 of spades, 2 of spades, 4 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 6 of clubs. Wouldn't it be extraordinary if the card that this Heather picked was exactly the same card that Heather picked on that cold December day, 1985, Activity Room 327, Millhaven Maximum Security Penitentiary, Kingston, Ontario. Unbelievable! Thank you! Thank you! Queen of Spades! Yeah! Heather, hold on. Okay, you want proof? Kate, you've been holding on to that envelope. May I have it, please? Folks, this was such a monumental time in 1985 that the local paper in Kingston, the Kingston Whig Standard, we actually had papers back then, sent a reporter to cover this story. Kingston Whig Standard, Monday, December 16th, 1985. See, the show was on Sunday. This is the next day's edition. Magician entertains at inmate's Christmas party. Is everything I'm reading right on the headline? It says, Activity Room 327 at Maximum Security Millhaven Institution was full of smiles and laughter as the amazing Anthony, that's what I called myself back then, performed magic at the annual Inmates Family Christmas Party. I am reading everything that's in the article, Heather. Millhaven Activity Director Bill Smithson is still scratching his head over Anthony's big finale when he predicted that one of the children, please read what it says. Loud so everyone can hear.
Heather.
Would select.
The Queen of Spades.
Ladies and gentlemen, archives for history in the Kingston Whig Standard. Heather picking the Queen of Spades. But Heather, ladies and gentlemen, you are not going to believe this. Not only did the Whig Standard send a reporter, they sent a photographer. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a picture of Heather, that little girl, with her selected card. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Heather! With her selected card, the Queen of Spades! Give Heather a thunderous round of applause. Thank you so much. Yes, Thank you very much. Thank you. Watch that first step. It's a doozy. My big finale, ladies and gentlemen. People often ask me if I can use my magical powers for personal gain. Can I pick Super Bowl champions, Grey Cup champions, Stanley Cup champions, FIFA World Cup champions? The fact that I'm standing before you this evening is proof that I can't. But I would like to share with you a little something that I have had some success with. Inside this bag, folks, I have what is called my lucky duck. Lucky duck. Anybody ever heard of, they call them rubber duck races? Anybody? Yeah. I'm sure the Rotary knows Yeah, so basically, you go to the fundraiser, there's a bunch of rubber ducks, you pick a number, they write it on the bottom of the duck, and that's your number. They throw all the ducks in a river or a pond, and they have a race, and the first duck that crosses the finish line wins. I developed a system that allowed me to continuously win and clean out these rubber duck cheering circuits. Now this is a little awkward. But this, ladies and gentlemen, I was politely asked to retire my duck. So I have. So I'd like to share with you the system that we used to use. I do need the assistance of someone. Do we have anyone who might work with numbers for a living, like an accountant or any? Are you an accountant, sir?
No.
Oh, is it David? Could you come up and help us, please? Hi, David. You, nice to meet you. Are you with the Rotary Club?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Quick, what's the four-way test? Yeah, what's the four-way test? Come on!
Dr. Oscar, he knows it. He's a friend of yours.
Okay.
Is he?
I don't know. You just picked three. That's all.
The three-way test.
The three-way test. Okay, let's get back to the script. David.
Yes.
So, how do you use numbers? What do you do with numbers? Are you an accountant? Are you?
No, I'm nothing like an accountant.
Okay.
I get them mixed up, upside down, inside out.
Okay.
I'm
sorry, my show's getting in the way here. Well, David, we're going to do our best to get through this together.
Can you help me?
I'm going to do my best. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the registration list of the very last duck race I was in. See, David? Duck race. On the back are all the registration numbers of all the ducks that entered the race. Could you please examine that list, David? Take a look over all the numbers. That's okay. No, I'm just going to go to your office and help you do your job. Could you please verify all the numbers are different?
They look different, that's for sure. They're not sequential. And
Thank you.
They're really mixed up, in fact.
Wow, that's excellent. Are you sure you don't work for Canada Revenue Agency?
Funny you should say that.
Uh-oh. That's not my real name. Okay. We're going to recreate the duck race. So David has verified the numbers are all different, not in sequential order. Here we go. Please watch the end of the stage there. I don't want you to fall off prematurely. Just hold that like this and put this here, and just so everybody can see. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to recreate the duck race. We have the numbers. We'll use the scissors to go up and down the registration list, recreating the weather conditions of that day. The wind speed, the buoyancy of the water, the waves action. Are you ready to go? You're as nervous as I am. David, I'm going to start right here. Could you please tell me, do you want me to go up or down? Up. Okay, I'm going to do this till you tell me to stop. Stop. Are you happy with that? Now, do you want me to move or do you want me to cut right there? It's your choice. All right, oh, wait, I lost that. Here, sorry. Is it trying to make eye contact? Is it here, or do you want me to do something different?
Just there is perfect.
Okay, right here. I want, David, you have had a chance to change your mind. You are happy with that. I'm going to cut right here. Before we cut, I want you to know the winning number is the number right below the cut. David, you're good with numbers. I appreciate it. Could you please look at the number above the cut and tell everybody what is that number? Say it out loud. That's okay.
613.
Okay, what's the number above that? 907. 907. So you had stopped me one up, it would be what, 613? One more, it'd be totally different. David, could you please in a loud voice shout out the number that you stopped at?
198.
198. What's the number below it?
660. 809.
So had you gone a little below, we'd be at a totally different number. Folks, 198. 198. Yes. 198. My lucky duck.
Oh, it
Ladies
is too.
and gentlemen. Winner! Excellent. But I don't do this anymore. I've retired.
I'm not surprised.
All right. Thank you. This is Stage's noise too. Okay. Because I paid the maximum parking in the Circle P lot, I'm going to do another one. We'll do this real fast. This is a prediction. Sir, could you help me, please? I'm just going to toss this to you. What I have in this envelope is a prediction. It's a deck of cards. I've turned one card around, upside down, and it's going to serve as a prediction. Thank you, sir. What's your name, please, sir? JP. JP? Yeah. Thanks, JP. Excellent. I'd like to take us back to summer camp. Very fond memories. I remember sitting around the campfire at summer camp. Anybody remember the counselors to entertain us, actually to keep us occupied for many hours? We would play a game called the telephone game. Does anybody remember that? You would sit in a circle, and the counselor would whisper something into one of the child's ear, and then that child would whisper it to the next person. It would go all the way around the circle, and the big fun was to see what they ended up with the very last child. You know, so the first child would say, "Hey, I started with toaster," and the last child would say, "I had Corvette," and you would say, "How did you get from toaster to Corvette?" We're going to try and replicate this right now by simply using a deck of cards. Dave, right? Dave, you're going to be the starting point. Can you just, you can confirm we've got a pretty good selection of cards here, please? Dave, could you just reach in there and grab one up, please? You are the starting point, okay? It's up to you. Okay, I see you're an engineer. You work for CN or CP? Oh, the engineering people find that joke hysterical. Could you please get ready? Ladies and gentlemen, David has the starting point of our circle. We're not just playing telephone game, we're playing extreme telephone game. The difference is with extreme telephone game, every time somebody whispers something into the next person's ear, they totally change the identity of the card. David, you have a card? Could you start? We're just going to go over here to these four wonderful people sitting. Could you go to this lovely lady on the end and whisper something into her ear, preferably relating to a playing card? Whisper, this lovely lady, just could you whisper something into her ear, please? The name of a card. Okay. Ma'am, you have a card? This is extreme telephone game. Whisper a name of a different card to the gentleman sitting beside you. Sir, we're going to pick up the pace here. Could you please whisper the name of a different card to the person beside you? One left. Sir, could you please whisper the name of a different card to this gentleman right here? Okay. We have our starting point and we have our end point. JP, you're holding on to the prediction?
Yep.
All right. David, could you please tell us the card we started with?
King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds was our starting point. Hi, sir. At the end, what's your name, please?
Clayton.
Sorry?
Clayton.
Clayton.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Are you a golfer?
Yes.
I see the title is down. Okay. Clayton, what was the card? Actually, do you want to change it one more time? It's up to you. Or do you want to name the card this gentleman whispered to you?
I will change it.
You're going to change it? Sure. Could you please stand up and shout out the name of this new card, please? Or you can sit. It's up to you.
The Four of Clubs.
Four of Clubs! Hey, JP, you've been holding on to the prediction?
Yeah.
Could you just kind of hand it, just toss the whole bag up to me? Okay. Remember I told you I started with the prediction? And what I did is I took a card, I turned it around, and I put it in the deck. I'm going to find that right here for you. Here we go. Folks, we had one card upside down. We started with the King of Diamonds. And JP, your card was the 4 of Spades?
4 of Clubs.
Oh, 4 of Clubs. Okay. You see, what was my prediction? I wrote KD. That's not Kraft Dinner. That's King of Diamonds. Starting point, thank you. Okay, I could have got lucky. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of years. Could have maybe guessed the first, second, third, fourth. There's no way anyone in the world would know what card Clayton would end up with. What was your card again, sir?
4 of Clubs.
Folks, this is the part even I don't understand. How could anyone know we were going to end up on the 4 of Clubs? I don't get it. Thank you so much. My name is Anthony Lindan. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you so much, Anthony. And you really did come in quite a long way to do this performance. You could have been like me, sitting home in basically sweatpants outside of frame and been having a much more relaxed time of things. So thank you so much for contributing to the show. We will be taking a small portion of your donations to make sure we get Anthony a cup of coffee for his drive home. As we all know, we are here raising money for the North York General Hospital Foundation, and our campaign is still open. You can go to ibmring17.com/show if you're not already here watching this video there, and right below this video there is a button where you can donate. We are trying to reach our goal of $4,000, which is part of a broader $1.4 million campaign for improved mental health services for adult inpatients. And thank you for all of your support so far. Things are going very, very well. We are going to return to the Ace of Spades Lounge downtown in Toronto, and we have a former president, Phil Pivnick, who is performing. Now, if you have children, you most likely do not know him as Phil Pivnick. You know him by his extremely popular children's performing alter ego, Wonder Phil. But I don't think we're seeing Kids Magic tonight, but I mean, tonight anything is possible. So let's head to the Ace of Spades Comedy Lounge and Phil Pivnick.
I escaped in 7 seconds. But this whole magic thing goes back a long time. I was very shy as a kid. I'm still shy now. When you know me, I won't shut up. Put a microphone in front of me, I don't shut up, but I'm normally very shy. And I was in high school, and I was always doing magic. It's how I met people. I wasn't very good at breaking the ice, so magic would break the ice. And I'm in high school, maybe 13, 14 years old, and a girl walks into the cafeteria. Now I noticed her immediately because she was dressed wonderfully inappropriate for school. And she didn't notice me at all because I was very cleverly hiding behind pimples. And she sat across from me. and I wanted to get her attention, but I couldn't think of anything eloquent to say, like, hello. So I did a trick. I took a napkin and I tore it into pieces. And I crumbled the piece into a ball. But all the while, out of the corner of my eye, I could make sure she was watching out of the corner of her eye. And then I reached in my pocket and took out maybe like magic dust or a magic something, and I opened the pieces up. And they were back in one piece. Now I wanted her to say, wow, or kiss me. But she screamed and ran away. Now, a little while later, we're in the hallway, and she walks past, and she's like, hey, are you that guy that did the trick? And I'm like, yeah, I'm the guy that did the trick. And she explained that she wasn't expecting a magician, so she got nervous and she screamed. And then she was embarrassed, so she left. And I thought, well, we're talking now. I'll teach her the trick that I did. That way she won't be nervous, and the ice will be broken. So I showed her what I'm gonna show you. How to tear a napkin and put it back together again. You need 2 napkins. Now when you go home and try this, and I know you will, make sure your napkins are the same napkin. These are different so you can follow along, because one of them is gonna get hidden in your hand. You hide that over there, the other one you show. And the one that you show, you tear. But you don't show that. If you follow notes, want to take notes? Okay. And you tear it, and you tear it into those little pieces, and you crumple those pieces into a ball. And again, you don't show that, because you're going to put those pieces together, and you have to distract the audience. You put them together for a moment. And when you do that, you need like a magic coin or magic dust. You go in your pocket and you pull up a magic dust. Or you go in your pocket, you pull out a coin. You go in your pocket and you say, look, a magic wand. And when you do that, notice your eyes follow my hand. So when you're following this hand, your other hand does this. Ooh. Didn't see that coming. And then you open it up and you say, look, it's back together again. So that's what I showed her. And I thought, great. And she was happy, I was happy, and I was gonna ask her out, and then her boyfriend came, and it's okay. I didn't hold a grudge. I left her the pieces and I walked away, but out of the corner of my eye, I watched her open those pieces up. And she screamed and ran away. Thank you guys very much.
And we are back. Thank you so much, Wonderphil. Now, I understand as they get set up at the Ace of Spades Lounge that our resident magical video elf, Chris Mayhew, who has been commanding the video feed from the Ace of Spades Lounge so far, is going to take a step out from behind the camera. Now, Chris is a rather unique performer, and he, how do I say this? He has no setting between high and off, and his quest for the perfect magic trick has taken him across Canada, China, and to the world-famous Magic Castle in Hollywood, California. So, about to show us something that will be, let's just say, unforgettable. Let's turn now to the Ace of Spades Lounge and Chris Mayhew.
Just give me a second, because I like a clean stage, okay? I like this nice and spotless, so we're just gonna, you have a broom? Nothing like that? Okay, it's fine. I got feet. Oh, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Okay. So, folks, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really perform at magic, okay? I really don't. I would say I attempt magic, okay? Because, yeah, I mess up a lot of tricks. And there's a few magicians tonight that have messed up their tricks. So, you know, you got Jonah, the mathematician, couldn't do math at the beginning. That's funny. I like that. You know, they got Rob, who, the finale of his trick, he forgot the 8-ball in his pocket. That's fine. I actually brought an 8-ball in my pocket. Right. I just don't know any magic trick with it, so that's just in my pocket. You can have that. That's yours. Outside, it's on the ground. I'll buy you a new one. All right, it's gonna go under the table or the chair. They get very difficult to get. Okay. So yeah, I attempt magic. So I'll do, I guess, a couple tricks for you tonight. It's gonna do. I'm kind of racking my brain because magicians kind of, you know, we have the set lists that you know, so you don't repeat tricks. And then we had magicians just kind of add in surprise tricks. And so I got to figure out what tricks I'm going to do because they did the tricks I wanted to do. So this is going to go great. This is going to go great. I'm going to do this. I'll start with, hold on, give me a second. All right. I'm going to start with something easy. All right, something very easy so that I don't mess it up. Okay, that's very important that the first trick you do, you don't mess up. So we'll start with something very easy, and then from there we can kind of make it a little more difficult. So for my first trick, we're gonna have someone pick a card. So someone from the Rotary Club, since this is all for you tonight, I'm gonna have you, sir, you're just gonna go ahead and just touch a card, okay? So yeah, you come over here. So you're just gonna, hold on, to be honest, this is a lot of cards, okay? It's a lot of opportunity for me to mess up the trick. Okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of half. Okay, we're just gonna get rid of half the cards. That'll make it a lot easier for me. Okay, so you're just gonna pick one of those. To be honest, that's still a lot of cards. So we're gonna use 4. Okay, we're gonna use 4 cards. That makes it very easy for me. So you're just gonna pick. Oh, go ahead. You're just gonna pick one of those ones. Okay. To be honest, we're gonna use 1. We're gonna use 1 card. Okay, making it very easy for me to find. So. Go ahead, sir. Just pick any card you would like. All right, perfect. That one, perfect. And then I guess everybody remembers the card. Okay, so everybody just remember the card. Keep it locked in your mind's eye. Okay, very important. Everybody has it. We're good? Okay. Oh, you can have a seat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping. And then I guess I will put the card back into the pack. Okay, we'll put it back into the pack. And then I guess we'll mix up the card. Okay, so we're just gonna mix up the cards like so. Okay, okay, perfect. And then I guess we'll find the card. That's how a card trick works, right? So, oh gosh, so difficult. Where could the card be? Oh, I don't know. Oh, bam! Found 1 card. All right, magic. We got 1 card here, sir. Your card was a black card. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. It was a spade. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Perfect. It was the 8 of spades. No. Yeah. What? No. No. What do you mean? 8 of spades, everybody? No. What do you mean no? No. Ace. What was the card, sir? Ace. Ace. Ace of spades. Not 8 of spades? Ace. Or are we messing it up? We're messing up the words here? 8 of spades and ace of spades are pretty close to each other. What was it? You saw ace of spades or the 8 of spades? What do you see, folks? Ace. You saw the ace of spades. Okay, so what the heck? I'm seeing the 8 of spades. So how is that working? Because I got 1 card. How did I mess this up? Okay. Okay, I got it. This is going great. This is awesome. Great. Okay. Well then, off to a good start. Well, what else can we do? Okay. You know what? Let's try this. I gotta redeem myself. I'll do a rope trick. All right. I know David did a really cool rope trick. I like that. So I will attempt a rope trick. But to be honest, I don't know rope magic at all. To be honest, I just bought this trick, so. We'll try it out. It uses 1 piece of rope, okay? And that is what the... is not 1 piece of rope. Give me a second here, folks. I got some... I should have some instructions on how to do this. Is this where... Yeah, okay. We're gonna try this. We're gonna, to be honest, I brought the wrong rope trick, or I'm still learning this one. But maybe we can have someone help me out here. I'm just gonna... We're gonna have you, sir. You're right there. You get the microphone, stand, and here you can have the instructions. Okay. Let's try this out. So I want you to just, I guess, go ahead and read out each instruction for me, and I will attempt, I guess, to do the trick. So what's the first? What's the first thing it says?
Make all the ropes the same.
Make all the ropes the same.
Yes.
Okay, I'm guessing like the same size. It's a little ambiguous, but like they're all different sizes clearly, right? So that'd be pretty amazing, right? If I can make them all the same size. So let's try this. We'll take the ropes, we'll place them like so. Just gonna take the ends, just bring them up like so, okay? Line them up. All right, calm down, hasn't happened yet. Calm yourselves. Okay, well watch this. This looks good. Bam! Now they look the same, yeah? Pretty good? Magic? Thank you. Obviously not real, okay? That's just an illusion. I can make it look better though if I just do this. We should be able to, bam, there we go. Now it's magic. 3 ropes. Same size. That's a small one. Okay, we're good. All right, what's the next thing?
Eat one. Eat one.
It's not what it said. What does it actually say? You're messing with me.
I'm not.
It says eat one?
Yes.
I did write that, so. Okay, fine. I don't know where these been, to be honest. It's kind of gross, but that's what it says. I guess we'll have to do that. Oh, God. I did not take that. Oh, God. You know what? We're gonna hang it on the ear. That's just as good. Let's just move on to the next. Let's move on to the next thing, okay? Sorry, we'll just skip that. What's the next thing? Let's move on.
Eat someone's sandwich.
Why is it eating? Does it actually say that? It does. Okay, who has a sandwich then? Does somebody? It says it. I have to eat someone's sandwich if nobody has food. Okay, well, we'll move on then, all right? But if you had a sandwich, I would have to take a bite. I'm just saying that's the rules of the trick. Okay, what's the next thing then?
Fold the ropes into one.
Can't fold ropes. Okay, that's fine. Can figure this out. Fold the ropes into one. Okay, let's try this, I guess. No, how do you do this? Maybe like this? Okay, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, okay, I can do magic. See, I can do some of this stuff. All right, what's the next thing that we got there?
Put the ends on the other end.
Put the ends on the other end. To be honest, that makes sense to me. All right, the other ones didn't, but this makes sense if we take the ends off. Okay, I'm gonna find the other end. Right about there. Put them back on. There we go. Perfect. Magic. Magic. Thank you. I think I'm doing pretty good. All right. Anything else? Or can we get on to the next thing? What do you got?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Eat all the ropes.
Does it actually say that, or are you messing with me? That's funny if you're messing with me. It actually says it does say eat all the ropes. Okay. We're gonna try something else. All right, I'm done with the eating things. Okay, let's try this instead, okay? We'll do this. We can use some scissors. All right, the nails they're pretty sharp. All right, I can use this like scissors. Do that. Bam. There we go. Put it back to normal. Sorry, we had this one. Got this one, but they're all different lengths. These all look the same length. So let's try this. If you watch just the middle area, just do that. And that should bring all the ropes back to the long end. There we go, everybody. Magic. Thank you. I'll take this. Will I eat this? No, I'm not gonna eat it. Okay, thank you so much. One more thing, and I guess we'll use some of these cards, I guess. Why not? We'll just use a handful. All right, we got. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Doesn't matter what it is. Oh gosh. But we'll try this. Oh gosh, I don't even know if this will work. Let's do this. All right, I'm just making this up, by the way. So we're gonna end on something new. All right. So I guess we're gonna have. You're front and center. So you wouldn't mind. Hopefully, one of them are face down. You're just gonna tell me when to stop. All right.
Stop.
Okay, and that'll be your card. You remember it. You show it to everybody. Show it to everybody. I don't want to see it. Okay. Very important. You got it. Okay. And you put it back in the pack. Okay. And you mix up the pack. Okay. So now everybody has one card in their mind. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can use my mental psychic telekinesis powers. I'll take that back. I know we got cards like face up and face down and stuff like that. This isn't a triumph, right? That's a magician joke. This is not a triumph. I'm gonna try to divine what your card is, okay? So I want everybody to just think of the card. Think of the card, okay? And I'm gonna try to just get a reading here. I want you to just think of the card, all right? And imagine that the card is like getting lighter in your mind, all right? Imagine that the card is like getting light and that the card is kind of like floating up, all right? Imagine that the card is like floating up into the sky, all right? And imagine that the card is kind of floating up and it's going through the clouds, all right? It's actually floating up and going to outer space, all right, which is pretty amazing. Oh my gosh. You got one card. For the first time, what was the card that you just looked at that you're just thinking of?
It's the King of Clubs.
The King of Clubs? The King of Clubs. No, you know what? I am committed, and it is the King of Clubs. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Chris. And thank you to all of our performers for contributing tonight. David Sutherland, Ben Train, Mark Wicken, David Peck, Kat G, Rob Fishbaum, Farley Carter, Ian Crawford, Jonah Babins, Anthony Lindan, Phil Pivnick, the aforementioned Chris Mayhew, to Brian, who filled in for me so well, to David Peck, who has been hosting things at the Ace of Spades Lounge in Toronto. Thank you to the Ace of Spades Lounge in Toronto. Thank you to the board of the Hat and Rabbit Club, Ian, Al, David, Patrick, and Colin as well, and I guess I'm in that list as well. Most importantly, thank you to all of you who have spent this time with us tonight, or this morning, or this afternoon, whenever you are watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed the magic as much as we have, and for the last time, if you would like to take a moment to head over to ibmring17.com/show, click the button below the video, and maybe send in a few dollars to support the North York General Hospital Foundation. And one last little bit of magic to round out the evening, and as magic tricks go, this is positively ancient. It is at least 400 years old. They used to do it in Europe all the time on the street, although recently they've been trying to figure out maybe it might be older than that, that there might be a painting of this on the walls of the pyramids. Now, you are all adults. You can judge for yourself. Picture this as a blob of gray paint on a stone wall, and you will say, as some historians have, oh yes, magic trick, very mysterious. Or you're like most people I know, you look at this and you think, coffee thermos. No one really knows for sure. Archaeology is hard. These we know are slightly more modern. They were designed in the 1930s. There was a German master craftsman living in Colorado. The prototype was gifted to a Canadian master magician from Ottawa, then living in New York. Molds were taken to Iran, where they were hand-spun and hand-engraved in sterling silver, smuggled back to the United States by a Time Life reporter in his briefcase. I could not make this up if I tried, but just so you know that every word I say is true, they have the letters BS stamped inside the top. And they're precision engineered in a very unusual way. On the outside, they are completely identical. You cannot tell them apart by looking. On the inside, they are not the same size. So, this one fits through that one. Precision Egyptian engineering. Yeah. By the way, if you ever find yourself in another pandemic and you live alone and you have a set of these, you do not have to pay for Netflix. You can just do this over and over and over again. I'm serious. 4 years of this, James has still not seen The Crown. There's two more things that make the trick work. First are these little balls, and you can tell they sit on top of the cups. They're built like little pedestals, so they don't roll off. And very important, a magic wand. Now, I assume most people watching this will have seen at least one of those Harry Potter gizmos. And I feel a little bit bad telling you this. These don't do anything. I know, spoiler. They're traditional, they're symbolic. If you had an anthropologist in your family, they would tell you part of your brain subconsciously thinks, oh, finally, this show just got good. That magician is manipulating a rigid, phallic-shaped object. He must know what he's doing. Probably not true. Then again, I am trying to do a 400-year-old magic trick for an educated 21st century audience of people sitting at home who can Google all of this. So trust me when I say I need the help. This is ball number 1. Was ball number 1? Grammar and magic is actually quite hard. 2. Harry Potter, eat your heart out. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Wrong end. I have to get these things right. But, I mean, they don't go far. Now, I will see if I can make this make more sense. We'll put these away and... here. Just give me a random number. 1, 2, or 3.
2.
2. We'll remove a ball invisibly from underneath cup number 2. Balance it here on the tip of the wand. You do not need to lean in and squint. There is nothing here. James is just a lunatic. And where should we place it? 1 or 3?
3.
3. That means by your choice, there's now nothing over here and 2 balls over here. I know, I can smell your skepticism through YouTube. Now, the only thing I'm not sure, you're sitting on the other side of the table. You mean 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3? Oh, right, okay, so 3 should be on this side. Sorry. No, because we all know what happens. Canadians would have our reputation for being very polite, but we all know that people just sit there for 45 minutes and stew. Nope. I wanted 3 to be on the other side. Second-rate magician. Not going to enjoy the rest of the show. 4.5 stars. Please don't, by the way. This works because when you're not looking, when they're blocked from your view, this is like quantum mechanics for kids, but if you can't see them, they will tunnel right through the metal. On a good day, you can get it to go not through 1, but through 2. 1, 2. Watch the last one, and I sense skepticism, which is hard with a time delay. Watch the last one. Now, in a moment, I will basically tell you how this is done. 2 reasons. First, the trick legitimately is 400 years old. It is in the public domain. You can look this up if you want to. You're here. You clearly know how to work the internet. Second, and more importantly, if I put the education content in my show, I get the federal arts funding. That is, if you're done deciding what to do about that beard, Mr. Trudeau. Never mind. Actually, before I do this, I can't resist. This is too much fun. And, well, here, same question. 1, 2, or 3?
1.
This one or that one?
That one.
Yeah. Okay. Another number, please.
3.
Now, they have to go somewhere. In science, this is known as the law of conservation of weirdness. Now, I said I would explain this, and I will. I am an honest magician, whatever the heck that means. This trick is based on 4 principles, 3 depending on how you translate, 1 1600s Italian manuscript. The first principle, lots and lots of balls, which I was very sad to learn doesn't mean the same thing in classical Italian, which to me is a wasted opportunity, but it is more balls than you can be expected to keep track of on less than 2 cups of coffee. So as far as explaining this goes, this will make more sense faster if we get rid of these, and then all you have to do is worry about the one in the middle, and of course this one which has come back. This brings me to the second principle. This is called lying, which, to be fair, you all figured out over an hour ago. You don't actually place the ball in your pocket. You pretend to place the ball in your pocket. You watch an empty hand going back behind me, not doing anything. I mean, it's worse than that. It's like, what, 5 days before Christmas? I'm sitting here at home behind a desk. These are basketball shorts. There are no pockets. Everything you're watching is a lie. But if you hold it there with a little finger that is in line with the edge of the table, you just grab here, let go, lift. It looks like that's where it was the entire time. I mean, that technically is also a lie. But then again, I do this so often, I don't know where the truth starts and ends anymore. Now, if you stare at it all the way back, and yes, you have figured out that if my hand is empty and it have no pockets, it is just sitting on the edge of the chair. In about 6 seconds, it will roll off onto the floor. You will hear it go thud, and very soon after that, you will hear a cat go after it. Which is fine, because I already have all 3 under the center cup, because magic is weird. Now, this is where this gets silly. Okay, point taken. More silly. The 4th principle is the same as the first, but different. Lots and lots of balls. And I mean that quite seriously. Lots and lots of balls. Unfortunately, the lemons are very hard to explain. Close enough. This has been an extra helping of magic put on by the Hat and Rabbit Club in Toronto. Thank you so much for joining us on behalf of all of us and the board and all of the other performers. Have a wonderful holiday and a safe new year. My name is James Allen. Good night.